I've been trying to edit the last video of Breckenridge, and the whole intro was shot. They were all done in time lapse and no audio. The whole thing was over like that. But as I was going through the footage, I realized that it was a bigger event than just us going out skiing like we did. Supposed to go out west 3 years ago, right when COVID hit. And obviously that didn't happen. Everything closed down. We weren't planning to go skiing at that time. We were meeting our friends and we were gonna do Chaco Canyon, White Sands, Petrified Forests, all these different places that are very cool national parks to go visit. We were stuck at home like everyone else and looking for something to do. And school was out, she was being remote at home, just doing her classes. And then winter came around and yeah, there was no friends to play with. And I just remembered that like, I was a pretty good skier back in the day, so teach her how to ski. I mean, she is 8. It's a good time to learn how to ski. So we decided to go skiing at noon 3 times a week and then maybe catch a weekend. So we skied a lot that first year. You know, the next year, she got a little bit better. There was still a lot of COVID going around and still couldn't go and do a ton of stuff because people were still very nervous about it, us included, for obvious reasons. So as I was going through this footage and I was looking at like, oh, I got a bunch of filming of me going down some runs and her having a good time.
Right, so 2 weeks ago, Dad taught me how to ski a month ago.
I realized that 3-year period of her learning how to ski and then us finally getting to go to our vacation out west, it really wasn't about like my goal to finally ski in the Rockies. It was a real accomplishment for her. Like she had gone from not knowing how to ski all the way up to being able to ski in the Rockies at Breckenridge. This was like a summit for her in a way. Like, she'll be able to look back on this and be like, oh yeah, that really bad time, I accomplished this thing in that period of time. Get a little choked up. Most of this came to me while I was editing the footage of like a mogul run. And back east, it would have been definitely a black diamond. The moguls were big. People were doing little pizzas trying to get around each one to come down that were novices on the hill. But Ella's become a pretty accomplished skier at this point in time. I mean, she has about
that's what I was thinking.
Almost 100 days on the hill. So we get to another section and it rolls off and it's pretty steep. And you have to pick your line pretty careful to figure out where you're going. So I ski through it and show her the line, comes around. She's psyching herself up to go down.
Like
she
that.
cuts through the moguls, fine, comes out the other side.
Oh,
You made it.
oh,
A little heart attack.
oh, yeah.
I saw you pull a little wheelie off the back of that one.
Oh my God.
It's a good job.
But all good. And then like we see the next run and it's even a little bit steeper. And she decides that she's gonna bail and we need to take a side trail. So we cut across, we get over to another trail. It's even steeper.
I'd rather do that.
And now she has to go back and like face that fear of going down that hill again.
So this is how you like do that. Ready?
Oh. You could have said ballerina, and they would have understood what you meant. Can I just walk out? I'd rather walk out.
And that's when I was editing that footage and I realized that this was a real big moment. It took that whole 3-year journey and it just kind of summed it up. Like, you get to the top of a mogul run, you have a couple choices. Take your skis off, walk it out. Find your line, ski it through if it's at your level. If it's not quite at your level, you have to break it up in chunks and get through each little piece. If you go too slow, you'll stall out, and then you'll be trying to pick your way off of each mound, and it just becomes laborious. But if you can find a little groove and take each little section, you'll be through it, and it's like life. Like, there's hard stuff to get through, and you just got to break it down and push through and find your path and get that line and take it.
Don't be scared. The sky knows you're spared. Hands up off the wheel, let go. Hands up off the wheel, let go. Time is leaving.
Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Find your line.